right? If you got a group of people that you call your friends and shit, and they not supportive, fuck them up. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Anaya Ivy, and welcome back to my podcast. As always, thank you guys so much for the love and support. I definitely do appreciate it. The love, feedback, the energy, the positive messages that you guys send me. It's amazing, and it just encourages me. So I'm just super blessed and thankful to be able to express and share my thoughts and opinions on this podcast and send you guys good energy and high vibrations through your speaker. No, I'm playing. So anyways, it just felt amazing, and I was writing and journaling, and it inspired me to come up with today's topic for this episode. And I know my last episode I talked about healing and breaking down the word healing and what it means to me, and I did get a couple of tweets and questions via email of like, okay, Anaya, well, you know, how do I begin to heal myself? Or where do I even start with healing? Or, you know, how would you explain or tell someone how to heal, you know? So I felt like, well, let me explain or express to you guys the way that I started my healing process. And for me, it literally came from writing out my prayers, being organized with my thoughts. You know, we think things all the time, our subconscious thoughts, our regular thoughts, our immediate thoughts. You know, we have so many thoughts and so many feelings, and for me, I had to write it out. And I remember in high school, I used to write poetry, and that was my way of just releasing, you know, anything that considered a blockage out, whether that be my heart chakra. If I had a heart chakra blockage, writing would help me release my emotions and open my heart to feelings. So that's just an example, but I remember writing, and as an adult and as someone who's going through life and doing things, it's like, I ain't got time to sit down and write nothing. And it's like, no, you can. That's an excuse. And I would also say the healing process really began when I decided, okay, enough is enough. You know, I'm over feeling how I feel, and I want to be able to own how I feel and regulate and control my emotions and how I react to certain things. And that came from also just growing up and being mature. And I want to say I was at least 22, 23-ish when I came to that realization of I want to heal myself. Like, I want to feel happy. I don't want to hold on to that that happened 5, 7, 8, 10 years ago. It's fucking up my vibe right now. And you are serious about wanting to see results. And not just thinking about it or not just talking about it, but actually being about that life. And I was about that healing life. And I knew it was going to be something that would change my life And I knew it was going to be painful, but I also knew the reward. So I was ready for it. Like, I literally put my warrior gear on as a goddess, you know, because I literally view myself as a warrior goddess. And I was ready for battle. Because if I got to fight for my happiness, I'm knocking some hoes out. Period. And I think that for me, I wanted that. I craved that. I needed it. My soul needed to release whatever wasn't serving me. And I would say, honestly, journaling has helped. I really dive into my first chapter, which would be my childhood. That is something that at 19 I really learned that perspective is so important, because once you change your attitude or your vibration or how you're feeling, your perspective changes. I can have a shitty ass day today and my perspective on a certain topic will come from a low place, a low vibrational place. If I'm having fun and I'm feeling really good that day, and you ask me that same question, my answer is going to be totally different, because I'm vibrating at a much higher frequency than I was when I was upset or when I was having a bad day. And your perspective on situations based on your mood, how you're feeling, is super important. You know, like, my perspective on a lot of things changed as I got older. I started to also, while scripting, tapping into expectations, and I had to ask myself, why are your expectations in relationships and with other people this way, but your expectations with yourself doesn't match up? But you're expecting someone else to be what you're not even expecting of yourself. How does that make sense, Anaya? You know, I had to have these type of conversations within myself, being real with myself. And this is why on this podcast I tell you guys, stop playing yourselves. When you are open and honest with your feelings,